Imagine if you were suddenly thrown sideways at 1,000 miles per hour without even moving a muscle. This sounds like a scene from a disaster movie, but it is exactly what would happen if the Earth decided to take an unscheduled break from spinning. Right now, you feel like you are sitting perfectly still, but the ground beneath you is actually whipping you around the center of the planet faster than a passenger jet. So how fast is the Earth actually spinning? If you are standing at the equator, you are moving at about 1038 miles per hour. As you move toward the north or south poles, that speed slows down until it reaches zero at the very top and bottom of the Earth. Since everything around you, the air, the ocean, and the building, is moving at that same speed constant, your body does not feel a thing. What exactly would happen the very second the Earth stops spinning? Because of something called inertia, which is the tendency for objects in motion to stay in motion. You and everything else not bolted to the bedrock would keep flying eastward at over 1000 miles per hour. This would mean trees, houses, and even the topsoil would be stripped away from the surface in an instant. Even the atmosphere would keep moving, creating supersonic wind that would score the planet clean. Would the ocean just stay where they are? No, the water in the ocean has inertia too, so it would surge eastward in massive waves far more destructive than any tsunami we have ever recorded. Eventually, without the centrifugal force from the spinning that makes the Earth bulge at the middle, all that water would migrate toward the poles. This would flood huge areas of land near the north and south poles and leave a giant belt of dry land around the equator. What would happen to gravity if the spin stopped? Surprisingly, you would actually feel a little bit heavier, especially if you are standing at the equator. Currently, the Earth's outward spin push cancels out about 0.3% of gravity's pull. So without that extra push, you would weigh about 3% more. Does this mean the day and night cycle would just disappear? It would not disappear, but it would change dramatically because the Earth would still be revolving around the sun once a year. Instead of a 24-hour day, a single day would last an entire year. You would have 6 months of continuous, scorching daylight on one side of the planet and 6 months of freezing total darkness on the other. This would make most of the Earth completely uninhabitable, except for a narrow band of land between the hot and cold sides. What about our protection from space radiation? Our magnetic field is generated by the swirling liquid metal in the Earth's core, which depends entirely on the planet's rotation. Without the spin, the magnetic field would likely decay and fade away, leaving us vulnerable to the sun's harmful solar winds and cosmic rays. This is actually what scientists believe happened to Mars billions of years ago. Could a sudden stop cause earthquakes or volcanoes? Absolutely, because the Earth is not a perfect sphere. It is slightly squashed because of its rotation. If it stopped, gravity would try to pull the planet back into a perfect ball shape, which would trigger massive global earthquakes and unorganized volcanic eruptions. Is there any force in the universe that could actually stop the Earth like this? Thankfully, the answer is no. The Earth has so much energy locked up in its rotation that it would take a collision with another planet-sized object to stop it, and our solar system is very stable right now. While the moon is slowly pulling on our oceans and slowing our spin by about 1.7 milliseconds every century, it would take billions of years to come to a complete halt. So while the idea of a motionless Earth is a fascinating science experiment, you can rest easy knowing the planet will keep spinning.